Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Tech channel, everybody. We're live on YouTube and Twitch, and here we are with our Forza Horizon 5 series. So we're gonna do some championships today, some seasonal championships. So we're gonna be starting off with the one over here. Anything goes. The restriction is A-Class 800. And looks like we got a few of them, so let's get started. This M2 is still bone stock. There's nothing done to it. It's 6-speed manual. Alright, let's find a team. The event's gonna start in about 50 seconds here. Not bad. We could use this car since this is a anything goes event. And the restriction is A-Class 800. Well, we'll see when we get to it. Oh, look at that! Christmas theme. That's really nice. They got ice rink. Wow, we have so many options. So many options, dude. You have to do this quick. You have to do this in 40 seconds. Well, I don't know what to choose. I don't know what to pick. All these cars are pretty good. Let's see if I can pick the best one for this race. I'm gonna pick the Audi R6. So this is the V10 twin turbo Audi, and it's slightly modified, nothing major. I think it should do pretty well. Look at that, everybody has a different car. I know it's on the heavy side, but we'll make it work. So what do we have to do here? Oh, okay. I'm on team red. Usually I'm on the team blue, but that's fine. I'm a zombie, I have to tag the survivors. Okay. Come on, Audi. I know you're a little heavy, but you gotta do this. Let's tag him. Here he comes. Did that work? I infected one person. Alright, who's gonna be next? There's only one survivor left. And looks like my team tagged them all. Now I'm the survivor. I have to avoid the infected. That was a close call. No! I have to tag a survivor now? Alright. Get him, bro, get him. Okay, Team Red won. This is not my favorite game mode, but we won, so I'm not gonna complain. We have to do this one more time, I believe. Now we're on the infected side. We have to infect others. There we go. One crashed right into me. So that was kind of helpful. Dude infected himself. And we got one right after that. Man! One more! And one more after that. Wow. Hey, thanks for joining. It's the 5070 Ti. Hey bro, nice. Come on, team. Let's get them all. There we go. 2 or 3 more left. Oh wow, barely missed that one. Dude's hiding. Let's get the last survivor. Are we gonna be able to get him? I don't think so. This is Forza Horizon 5. This is just a different game mode. We're playing the survival. This is one of the seasonal championships that I'm completing. This is very different than like regular racing. Alright, now we're a survivor. We gotta avoid the zombies. Stay away, zombies. Barely missed that one. Oh no! There's a zombie after me. Oh, I'm infected now. The zombie got me. I'm invisible now. Yeah, the windshield is all smashed up. We gotta get the last person, bro. Come on. Okay, how did we do? Oh no. We lost this round. So this is gonna go to round 3? Is that right? Yeah, because it's one each now. Each team has one round that they won. So this is gonna be the make or break one. We really need to win this one so we can win the championship. Oh no, barely missed him, bro. That was nice. Nice and quick. Alright, we're the survivor this time. We just gotta avoid the contact from all these infected players. Gotta keep an eye out. Whoa, close call, bro, close call. Oh, they tagged me. They tagged me. Oh, did we win this one? No? Yeah? Yeah, we did. We did. Oh. I didn't want to repeat this championship, but we actually won it, so that's good. Everybody has a unique car. I know I said that earlier in the starting, but that's crazy, right? Since this event was anything goes, A-Class 800, everybody pulled up with a different ride. I think the 350Z is the most unique one here. An off-roading 350Z? You don't see that every day. Look at that thing. Alright, we already have two of these cars on the Jaguar XE-S. This might be the third one. Oh, Sirocco S from 1981. Nice. Alright, now let's drive to our next championship. Yeah, another Jag. We have a bunch of Jags now. Especially that one. As you can see, 1, 2, and 3. Crazy, right? 2 of them are bone stock, only 1 is modified. Oh, I like this Jag though, the F-Type. Sounds good. This is still bone stock. We'll use this Jag to drive to our next championship. Which is gonna be... Oh, I meant to open up the map here. Where's the next one? Over here. Lamborghini LM002. Okay, that's gonna be the SUV. This car sounds so amazing. It has no exhaust, nothing like that. It's completely stock, but it sounds so good. I don't want to take the dirt road. The game really wants us to take a dirt road. Alright, we got 3 separate events. It looks like we need to pick a B-class SUV. This is electric, so we're not gonna pick this. And the other 2 options are the Durango SRT, not the Hellcat, just the regular SRT, and the Turbo Macan. I think we're gonna go with the Macan here because it's much lighter. Less horsepower and torque, but much lighter, so it should perform pretty well. How are we still at 6th? Yeah, I want to finish 4th, bro. That's not even a podium finish. Alright, we're restarting this. Okay, Is there anything we can do about the suspension? I guess not really. We can air down the tires a little more, but that's about it. Everything else is like pretty much on point. We could make the differential 50-50. Now we have even power going to the front tires and the rear tires. I think it should help. I'm not 100% sure. I think since we're on dirt, it should help, but we'll see. .40-60 is a good split, you know. But when it comes to off-roading, I think 50-50 works better. Bro, they're pushing me around. Well, that's not good. Fifth position again? I can't believe this. We're gonna have to restart again. This sucks. I thought this would be easy since we're racing with B-class cars, but nope. That's not the case. Alright, we're gonna make some changes here. We're going with 30% power to the front, 70 to the rear. And softer suspension than before, and we're actually gonna air up the tires. I know we're racing on dirt, but I'm just gonna try this out. It might work. The suspension feels much softer, which is a good thing. It's not a good thing when you're racing on the road, but this is not a road. like our new setup is working. Alright, we're gonna finish second. That's not bad at all. I'm okay with that. Still got 2 more races to go, so we can make it up over there. I think the problem is with the gearing. The gearing is just too short. Either way, we're not going to complain. We're just going to get it done. So let's drive to our next event here. I'm going to jump back into the M2. We really have to take this dirt road. Well, that's the shortest way there, so I guess we're gonna be off-roading in the M2. Come on, brake! What's happening? This thing just doesn't want to brake. Did you see that? No way, man. Alright, one more restart here. Our first restart. Alright, we need to brake early, or else it's not gonna brake. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, the gearing is so weird, man. Too bad we can't change that because the transmission is still stock. But we'll just make it work. That was a risky move, but it worked. Man, making the suspension softer really helped. No! That's not fair. How did he pass me the last second? Bro. That's not right. Okay. We have 32 points. This guy has 34. Now the real question is, should we restart now? Or should we just try to do better in the next race? I think we should just continue and we'll try to do better in the next one. That might be your best option here. Instead of wasting time here. Alright, I'm gonna take this thing to the garage and make some changes to it. I really don't like the transmission. The gears are just too damn short. Hopefully I can you know, upgrade the transmission without putting this car into A class, but looks like that's not going to be the case. Alright, so we are going to get the race transmission here, and we're going to have to downgrade on some other things. Okay, we can just downgrade the drive shaft. That'll work. Yeah, it'll be a little heavier, but that doesn't really matter. Can we downgrade something else instead? Let's see. Heavier flywheel. Yeah. so it's not going to be able to rev that quick. But it'll hold more momentum in the higher revs. It's going to take a little bit extra time to get there. I think instead of downgrading the drive shaft, we're going to downgrade the flywheel to stock flywheel. I mean, this is not like a high revving Honda or, you know, a different high revving engine where we're going to benefit from having a super light flywheel. It's a turbo engine, so we'll just put the stock one back on, which will give us a little extra room to make some other changes to it. For example, intake? No, can't do that. Oh, we can add 7 extra horsepower by doing the sport intercooler. Okay, here's the thing. What if I take the drive shaft off? I mean, not take it off, but put the stock one back in. I think we can add some power to it now. Intake? No. Intercooler? Not really. We can't max that out. What can we max out without going into A class? Yeah, I just saw your comment on Twitch. Thanks for joining. Alright, looks like we can't do much to it. We're just gonna add the sport intercooler, and again we're gonna put the lighter drive shaft in because we're at B class, at the top of B class 700. Alright, that's our new setup now. We add a little extra horsepower, add a little bit weight back in, but the main thing is that we can modify our transmission now. I really wanted to make the gears longer. As you can see, it's geared out really short, dude. From factory, like, gear ratios are super short. Look at that. That's crazy. Alright, so let's make them longer. Well, not that long, but we're gonna be using the first 6 gears only, looks like, if we do this. And look at that, our 0 to 60 gets better. And we gain a little bit of top speed, but that doesn't really matter. But we just need to improve the drivability of this car. Now it's gonna hold each gear for a little longer, and that's exactly what we wanted. Let's see how it drives now. We'll drive it down to our last championship event, and we really need to get first place this time. Alright, perfect. That's what I wanted. Make the gears a little longer. That might be a little too long. Okay. Let's see how this does over here. So this hurts my 0 to 60, but again, I just want this car to feel overall good in each gear. We're not worried about the 0 to 60 or the top speed. Alright, that's good. That's good. That's really good. After each shift, our RPM drops back down to 5 from 7. That's really good. I like that. Perfect.
Horizon Arcade will begin soon. Why not say hello to the other drivers whilst you wait?
Alright, let's tweak the transmission a little more here. .40 to 60, wow. Let's see how this is gonna do now. Much better. Now as we shift into the next gear, it gets shorter and shorter. But the first few gears are long, and that's perfect. Before it was the other way around. The first gear was really short and then it kept on getting longer and longer. Look at that suspension travel, man. All right, we really need to get first place here. That was a crazy nosedive. Oh man. Oh no, that's not good. We're gonna have to restart here. Alright, for this race, we're gonna have to make the suspension a little stiff because I feel like it's too damn soft. Alright, that should do. That's not working that well, man. No, we cannot get third place. We need it first. We're gonna have to repeat this. Let's see where we stand on the leaderboard. Yeah, not good enough. We have second place overall and we need first, so let's restart it. Not a big deal. I'm gonna make some changes before we attempt the race again. Our bump stiffness. And our rebound stiffness. Lower it a little. Give it a little bit of camber. Make the gearing a little more sharper, a little shorter. Not as short as the stock gearing. Alright, and I'm gonna air down the tires slightly. Okay, let's see how this goes. doesn't want to turn for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. I'm gonna restart. I know it's a little early. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited and, you know, maybe it would have played out better. But I'm not gonna take any chances here. I'm gonna make some changes. We're gonna send more power to the rear. Make it rear biased. Lower it a little more, not too much. And raise the gear ratio so it's a little more shorter. Alright, let's try that. Alright, one more restart. And this time, we're gonna make some more changes. I'm gonna give it crazy amount of camber in the front and back. A little more. And let's make the gearing even shorter. This is still not as short as the stock gearing. but it's pretty short. Okay. This should work, man. I don't want to restart again. Bro, what's happening? What was that? I don't understand that. Get out of my way, bro. Let me finish second. No, it's gonna be third place again. Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. Alright, I'm just gonna finish. Maybe I'll have enough points, but I doubt it. I don't think that's how it works. But yeah, we're gonna have to restart. So this time we had it pretty dialed in. We have to make some more changes, but I just don't know what should we change because I don't want to ruin the setup. This setup is working out pretty good. I'm just thinking, where can we improve? Where can we improve, bro? Or should we just leave the setup the way it is and just, you know, focus on driving the car better? Well, I'm gonna make third, fourth, and fifth slightly shorter. Leave first and second the way they are. And yeah, that's it. Nothing else. What the hell is this? Alright, man. I'm getting annoyed now. We need to figure out a way to get this done. You know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna send all the power to the rear. We're gonna make this thing a rear-wheel drive. Okay, maybe not rear-wheel drive. We'll do 95% to the rear, 5% to the front. And we're gonna lower the tire pressures to 22 PSI. And not only that, we're gonna increase the camber even more on the front. And the rest of it can stay the same. Make it a little softer. Come on, McCann. You got this. Now we should be able to drift the corners. I know this is gonna work. I have a good feeling about this. So much easier to turn now. There's no understeer. There's only 5% power going to the front. Dude, what's going on? I don't understand this. This is a B-class event, dude. Why is it so tough? Okay, okay, okay. I think we have restarted over like, I don't know. I lost the count. I lost count, bro. We gotta do something about this. Alright, I'm putting this back to 80% to the rear and 20 to the front. And I'm gonna make the acceleration, make the final drive more towards acceleration, so shorter final drive. And now 0 to 60, 3.6 seconds, okay. So, I mean, the issue is not about 0 to 60 here. The issue is about this car not being able to turn. Okay, let's try this. So far, this is working out pretty good. Hopefully we can keep up this pace. Bro. Don't do me like that. Can't be finishing freaking third again, bro. No. We got one more lap to go. We need to pull ahead somehow. That was a bullshit. No, dude, I don't want to finish third. We keep on finishing third, no matter how hard we try. Like, I want to finish first. No, we're restarting again. Wow, we're like literally stuck on this event, bro. Are we stuck here forever? Okay. Gotta do this. Come on, man. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Alright, we're restarting again, and I swear we're gonna dial in the setup even more. Okay. The gears are even shorter now. They're almost pretty much close to stock gear ratios. What the hell? Move! Move, bro! This is not gonna work. Alright, I'm quitting the event. Not because I'm not gonna be back. We're gonna go straight to the garage, make some changes to the car, and we'll be right back. I think I know what to do. I should have done this earlier, but oh well. So I need to look at the tire compound here. What kind of tire compound am I running? Oh man, are you kidding me? This is the stock tire compound, bro. Are you freaking kidding me? We were in the stock tire compound? Are you serious? Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna put off-road tire compound, not rally, because that race was pretty much all off-road. Plus, putting off-road tires is really gonna help with our class here, because we need to keep this thing in B class. It says our handling goes down by putting off-roading tires, but trust me, I know it's gonna perform much better. Okay. And all of this can stay the same. And when it comes to making the tires bigger, the profile, I don't know if you should tone it down. Yeah, you know why? Because there's too much sidewall. And when you have too much sidewall, you're gonna have sidewall roll, and that's not gonna help when it comes to turning. And that's why we were suffering so much. So I'm gonna put the stock profile back on. I can't do that for the rear tires because then it goes to A class. What I can do is just get the slightly bigger profile on the back, so we're at 698, or I can leave the biggest one here in the back because we are going to be turning with the front tires, right? So the fronts matter more than the rears, and use the extra room that we have to add some power. Maybe intake. Yeah, 24 extra horsepower. Cool. I think this should help. I'm not gonna mess with the gearing or anything. Everything else is pretty good. We already worked on that like a million times. Okay, this looks funny. But I feel like it's gonna work. The car just looks funny, man. Alright, where is the championship? Over here. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna work. This is 100% gonna work. This looks so damn funny. The whole stance. I don't care about the looks right now. We need to get this championship done. We're stuck on this last event. This last race. Let's do this. Come on, Porsche. You got this. Come on, Porsche. Come on, Porsche. Yes! We're gonna get to first place. No! We got second? What did we get first? We got second. Okay, but how many points do we have in total? Dude, we won. We freaking won. Okay. That's crazy. Oh, dude. Oh my god, that was such a tough event, bro. We got passed at the end. I thought I was gonna finish first, but dude literally got us at the end. But that doesn't even matter because overall we have 48 points. So does the second opponent here. But we win. We finish first. That's crazy, bro. I don't know how me and the second person have 48 points each, but we win somehow. And that's what matters the most. That's freaking crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. And here's the Lamborghini. The LM002. Wow. That's gotta be like the toughest B-class SUV race, man. I don't even know how many times we restarted our last event. But at the end, we got it done. What this funny looking Macan. Oh dude, this thing looks so funny now. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night now. Yeah, we got a couple more championships, I believe. One here and another one up here. And actually three in total. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. Yep, we're definitely gonna do that tomorrow. These are gonna be here for how long? 5 days and 4 hours. What about this one? Same thing. Okay, so these ain't going nowhere. That's it for today, man. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.